All right, so when we have these flash floods like the one we had last couple of days, listen guys, we only got 3 inches of rain here. And you think 3 inches of rain is not that big of a deal. But when you get 3 inches of rain here and 3 inches of rain to the counties north of here, all that water has to go somewhere, and it all flows downhill, and all of this water here runs towards Lake Houston, which is south of here. And so what we have to do is, as the water flows, it will sometimes cut off pieces of pasture like they're behind me, the one I'm looking at now. And what we have to do is make sure that the cows and the horses and the donkeys and all the animals who live here in the back pastures are aware of what's about to happen. Sweet girl, well, baby, you didn't have to come with me. What a good girl. You know what? Even Maggie didn't come with me. You need help? Come here. Oh, my goodness, baby. Come on here. You can't swim that far, baby. Even Maggie didn't come with me. Even Maggie stopped up there. So it's not too deep here, but as you can see, it's deeper than what Sookie's little legs can handle. Anyway, what I was trying to say is we have to be very careful that our animals don't get cut off from the high ground, because if the water was continue to rise over time, it would eventually take that over there, and then they would have nowhere to go, and they'd be forced to swim for it, or at least wade through the higher waters. And all right, you're gonna sit right there. We're gonna drive back, okay? You okay? Folks, just give me a second here. This is not what I expected to do. This was actually not part of a rescue mission, folks. This was not a rescue mission, but it's turned into us having to help Sookie out of a bad situation. So we're just gonna let Sookie ride right here beside me, and we're gonna go ahead and drive on up. Sookie, you just hold on, baby. There is a beaver. Now that is something you don't see every day swimming around here. I can just imagine that developer, old Trey Harris, and county judge, the Honorable Judge Knight, sitting there talking, saying, you see, Lester, that's your flooding problem right there. So I know it's just coincidence, but we've been talking a lot about flooding concerns lately. Yes. And lo and behold,
this is the season.
Yeah, this is the season, folks. And so we get a little bit of a rain on Friday and Saturday. Today's Sunday, and as you can see, it's beautiful today. But we got some rain, and not a lot. How many inches did we get, Jamie?
I think 2 or 3. Where are you going straight?
I'm not going to go very far. Thank God for four-wheel drive when you need it. All right, so let's talk about what's happening here. Folks, I'm going to explain to you what's happening here, and I'm talking loud because we got the four-wheelers and stuff. So the river is on the rise. The river is on the rise, but there's a problem with that. Now, right now, the river is only coming across the back pastures. The river is only coming across the back pastures from all the rain, runoff, and everything else. But it slowly, as you can see, is starting to climb its way across my dad's pasture. And you know the way water flows, it always runs to the low ground.
It starts low.
And so I'm not going to drive across, but I believe you can see that it's all the way across there now. It's all the way across the pasture here. And sorry for the bump. But here's the problem. Herein lies the problem. Look.
It's all the way across.
Yeah, so it goes all the way across. The cows don't realize it yet. The cows don't realize that they are trapped on the wrong side. Because what happens is, like as you saw behind me, the water over here will eventually clear the top of that hill, and it's just going to begin to cover this field here. And so these cows, now the cows are one thing. That's not our biggest worry, because cows, you know, they're bigs.
Well, they have long legs, they can swim. It's not too deep here yet. They can still walk across and it won't even touch their belly.
Yeah, and so the cows are not our biggest concern, but what is a worry to me, and I just now let my dad know about it, he's gonna try to come out with a bucket and start calling, is that all of his little goats of his little goats are over here. All right, so what's going on is all the goats in the pasture, they're unaware, folks. They're like you and me. They're looking at, oh, beautiful sunny day. Let's just go have a snack. It's been pouring down rain the last 2 days, and they don't realize that the flood is coming. And that is what happens here now. That was not the way it was before. That wasn't the way it was before. And now with all that runoff coming out of that subdivision or that development, it just pushes in and there's nowhere for it to go, and it begins to back up across these pastures. And anyway, so my dad has to find a way to get all the babies to come up. Problem is water has already covered. It's not bad. It's only ankle deep now on us. But goats don't like that kind of stuff. Goats don't like that. Here's Dad now. We'll see what he says.
So 4 hours ago, it wasn't here. It's rising extremely fast.
Jamie and I have been watching all day. And like she said, a couple of hours ago when we drove down, there was no water here at all. So that's how scary it is. That's how fast it can come up. You gonna call them up? All right. We're gonna see how my dad does this. They've been trained so well. I'm glad we caught it when we did.
I am too. That snuck up on us though.
Yeah. So this is where the water's rising to. Like I say, it comes all the way across this little spot here.
I would even say an hour ago it wasn't here.
And then it continues on its way right down through there. And so, good news is my dad's able to call them all up. We got a couple who did not come, a couple of stragglers. And then he'll call the cows up too. Oh no, the little goat's gonna be scared. Come on, babies. Y'all can see them there, stop at the water. There they come. Hey, y'all settle down. Y'all did it, babies. You did it. All right, so we have all of our babies pushed up over on this side, and now they will slowly, as the water continues to rise, they'll make their way onto our hill. And if need be, if all goes according to plan, which that almost never happens, they'll also go onto the berm. If, and I say if, it ends up getting that deep. We're gonna hope it'll slack off here. It hasn't rained in a bit. The sun is popping out back and forth. And so I think we're gonna be fine. All of Dad's babies are good. All of our babies are good. And so this is just another day in the life of, this is farm life. Living along a river. Or many folks have the same issues when they live along a creek or a bayou. And so, just thought I'd share a little bit of the things that we deal with.